UFC 292 is just around the corner, and if you want to know more about the prelims and the fighters involved, this is the video for you. This is the technical guide to the UFC 292 prelims, the Ultimate Fighter final. Sadly, we only know about one of the Ultimate Fighter finals happening this Saturday, as the final episode hasn't aired yet. So let's talk about the one that's already confirmed. Austin Hobart vs Kurt Holobaugh. Not only they are former UFC fighters and Team Chandler teammates going into this tournament final, but they are both long strikers who get their best work moving forwards, as they're both good at mixing their targets. From Hobart, you need to look out for the stepping knees, and elbows from up close. And from Holobaugh, you need to watch out for the 1-2 and the combinations against the cage. Rematch at 125. Veteran Marina Moroz and surging prospect Karine Silva already fought once. It was almost 9 years ago and the Ukrainian fighter was victorious via armbar. Now they meet again under very different circumstances. Moroz might have a background in boxing and quite a few armbars from her back in her record, but watch out for her strong top control in this matchup, as Silva will probably look to use her own grappling chops on this one. If Moroz looks to take the fight to the ground herself, keep an eye on Silva's front headlock game, as she has scored victories with a guillotine and a dart choke in the last few years. Natalia Silva looks to keep climbing the ranks. Natalia Silva has been looking very impressive, especially with her striking during her 3-fight winning streak with the promotion. Now she faces Andrea Lee, who will probably be a willing dance partner to deliver an exciting fight and will probably be her toughest test yet. In this fight, look for Andrea Lee to work the legs and body of Silva, who relies a lot on circling and leaning back with her head. And from Silva, look out for her change-ups with her kicks and her ability to finish combos with high kicks. Middleweight duels. Next, we have 3 fights at middleweight. The first one pits former collegiate wrestler Andrei Petroski against 18-bout UFC veteran Gerald Meerschaert, in a battle between athleticism versus craft between two dangerous grapplers. On Petroski's side, keep an eye on his chain wrestling. His entries of his striking aren't great yet, but he can make the most out of them, chaining takedown attempts relentlessly. From GM3, you can expect him to look for back takes in transitions, and he's very good at finishing rear naked chokes. Rodriguez vs Tululin promises to deliver high-level action, as both guys are aggressive and simply cannot tell no to a war. The wrestling might be Rodriguez's ace up his sleeve on this one, as Tululin is strong defending takedowns, but has been grounded before and is not much of a grappler. Tululin's strikes inside the clinch and during breaks, especially his elbows, are worth to keep an eye on, as he generates big power and might surprise Robocop with them. And finally, we have a matchup between veterans. Former UFC champion Chris Weidman faces off against Brad Tavares, who has been with the organization for 13 years. Weidman has always favored the single leg takedown, especially late into his career, and Tavares has always been a very adept defender of single legs. Watch out for adjustments in the wrestling for Weidman, or if Tavares will be able to keep it up and make his kickboxing game plan work. And that's it for today, guys. As I'm finishing editing this one, they announced the other tough final, Cody Gibson vs Brad Katona. Sorry for not covering that one. If you want to hear more nuanced analysis for this and every fight on the pay-per-view, I'm the host of the Full Preview podcast, where I talk about every single fight on detail. If you like this video and want to support our work, consider becoming a patron. You can get access to a lot of in-depth analysis to a multitude of combat sports, and you can join our Discord community. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.